Yeah, good morning. Welcome to this wonderful edition of Bystanders at the Newsstand. I am Christian Chuku on this wonderful edition of the program. We are right here in Ogba to get the views of Nigerians on pertinent issues that are happening in the country today. I have my wonderful, excellence, and committed reviewers here this morning. They're here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. I have Mr. Kunle, I have Mr. Raphael, I have Mr. Charles, I have Mr. David. They're all here to do justice to the newspaper headline. Thank you very much for all those that have supported us all this while. Mr. Benson, Africa, United States, thank you very much for supporting the analyst this morning. Let's go straight to newspaper headlines. I have the Vanguard newspaper, and I also have the Daily Sun newspaper. And let's look at what we have in the Daily Sun this morning. Beside the masthead, Anambra, Ohaneze begs IPOB to suspend planned lockdown. Countdown to Anambra elections. Ohaneze begs IPOB to suspend planned lockdown. Demands emergency Igbo leaders meeting. NPC seeks law to regulate licensed journalists. NPC seeks law to regulate licensed journalists. NPC to seek law to regulate licensed journalists. FG blows 1.35 trillion naira on fuel subsidy this year. FG blows 1.35 trillion naira on fuel subsidy this year to spend another 1.35 trillion before July 2022. To spend another 1.35 trillion naira before July 2022. E-Naira CBN apologizes for difficulty in app downloads. E-Naira CBN apologizes for difficulty in app downloads. Gunmen kill vigilante, seize others, burn houses in Imo, Kogi. Gunmen kill vigilante, seize others, burn houses in Imo, Kogi. Kidnap 8, demand 50 million naira ransom in Ekiti. Kidnap 8, demand 50 million naira ransom in Ekiti. Abuad performs first kidney transplant. Abuad performs first kidney transplant. Okay. London court slams 100,000 pounds damages on blogger over publications against Pastor Lukoya. London court slams 100,000 pound damages on blogger over publications against Pastor Udukoya of the Mountain of Fire Ministry. Above Benin receives bronze stolen from palace in 1897 today. Above Benin receives bronze stolen from palace in 1897 today. Federal Executive Council gives NNPC nod to fix 21 federal roads at 261 billion naira. Federal Executive Council and NPC nod to gives NNPC nod to fix 21 federal roads at 621 billion naira. Okay, 4 billion naira for transmission line substations in Anambra, Enugu. 307.6 million for transformers in Akure, Benin substations. Drug addiction, NDLEA plans 6 rehab centers across Nigeria. And let's look at the Tribune this morning. $200 million mosquito net loan request not from us. $200 million mosquito net loan request not from us. That is from NPHC. DA. Anambra polling units should be made accessible. National Assembly tells service chiefs. Polling units should be made accessible. National Assembly tells service chiefs. E-Naira wallet no longer on Google Play Store as CBN warns of fake social media handle. E-Naira wallet no longer on Google Play Store as CBN warns of fake social media handle. Land tussle 6 feared killed. Land tussle 6 feared killed. Several missing as government attack Kogi community. Court freezes bank accounts of Benue State. Court freezes bank account of Benue State government firm over failure to pay bank loan. FG blows. Okay. Vanguard government killed 13 in Zamfara. Kogi 8 abducted in Ekiti State. Bad roads. Nigeria Labour Congress residents block Lagos Abeokuta Expressway again. You can't install CCTV at Abolongo Prison, Aregbesola tells Makinde. Okay. Anambra rethink 7 days sit at home on Ohaneze begs IPOB. Rethink 7 days sit at home Ohaneze Beckons. I have Mr. Kunle. Good morning, Mr. Kunle.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, viewers. We appreciate some viewers and we still appreciate some haters among the viewers. Good morning,
So
everybody.
in life, there
Yeah,
must
yeah,
be
yeah, 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 yeah,
those that
yeah, yeah,
love and also,
yeah, hates, yeah.
but it makes us balance.
Yeah, that's what I'm greeting them to. I'm greeting the haters. I know them,
Okay.
and I have to greet them personally too. Ola, good morning. Chuku, good morning. I won't say you castigate me
You
or
call my name
everything.
Chuku.
No, there's one Chuku there. I don't know where the Chuku comes from, but
Okay.
it's always antagonist. And
Help to blow
Ola,
1.35 trillion naira on fuel subsidy this year. To blow another 1.35.
where we've been expecting
July
that.
next year.
We've been expecting that. We've been expecting that. Let's assume that we are bashing this government, but it has been happening from successive governments. That's why I'm telling my people here that PDP, APC, they are beggars, same jargons. Under Obasanjo, the subsidy started. Yaradua carry over. Jonathan, it was a real mess up. People were shipping, taking ship, empty vessels away, bringing it back, collecting subsidies. Now, this government again,
Who are those people taking those shit?
they know them. I think there was a probe. They probed them one time. They probed them under this dispensation.
Okay.
They probed them, but the end of the result of the probe is what we've not heard. They have been using our refinery. We have 4 refineries that will never work, and they will never let it work because of this oil subsidy they are benefiting from. All these people, the gambling they are playing on our head, one day it will catch fire on them because they know if they fix up refinery, right, everything will be intact. The economy will balance. The common man will be able to survive. But they don't want that refinery to work. They are saying turn around maintenance. Have you ever seen anything they turn around that will not turn? These ones, they've been turning it around for a while. Refinery turn around, they are giving it to their puppets to go and for them to make money for election. That is what they do. Now they are still now saying they want to do turn around again. With how much? How much are they spending, for God's sake? 1.35 trillion naira. And how much are they using to repair, what's it called? Port Harcourt refinery. They are even repairing Port Harcourt and Kaduna refinery now with almost same amount, 2.something trillion. And what I don't know about this government is they've lost control, they've lost vision. And you are going to turn around, what's it called? The refinery again, maintenance, fuel subsidy to pay for fuel. Who are these people collecting fuel subsidies? Let us know their names. Let us know them. And they are still the same person that will apply the money back into politics to support APC, to support PDP. That is the norm, that is the trend. And what people don't realize, especially we youth here now, I heard somebody say, when these people come in, they will prefer the old cargo again. They will prefer so person to contest under PDP. And I said, it's totally jargons. Youth has to think this time around. Once somebody was asking me, am I still a youth? I think that person among the viewers should go and check his dictionary and know the definition of the youth, okay. Right? How old will a youth? Hence, a youth is still, when you're not up to 50, when you're up to 50, you are still a youth. Anything above 50, you've gone beyond youth. So the youth now has to rise up with the youth to know our direction, because this thing cannot continue. How long will you start being a slave to any government that comes to power with all this fuel subsidy they are paying? They can fix the refinery. Once you fix the refinery, the 6th largest producer of oil, crude oil, Brent crude oil in the whole world, cannot even boast of one single refinery. You are talking of Dangote monopoly now. Dangote is building his own refinery. They've bought a stake. The money they're supposed to use to fix up the government refinery, they are still plowing some money into Dangote refinery. I don't know who they are faking and I don't know who they are joking with. But I myself, I cannot be joked with, because once that refinery could not work, the economy will keep on battering. We keep having a battered economy. Take it or leave it, because petroleum affects every sector of life.
Federal Executive Council gives NNPC nod to fix 21 federal roads at 621.2 billion naira.
So they have such money. They have such money for a while. NNPC have such money for a while. Thank God that we are seeing that this NNPC is a cash cow. This NNPC, it's called NNPC, is a cash cow for the government in power. It's a cash cow for Mr. Buhari government. It's been a cash cow for Mr. Jonathan government. It's been a cash cow for Yaradua government. It's been a cash cow for what's it called, Mr. Chief Obasanjo government. So all these things should stop, because NNPC, they just declare, they've been declaring, they've been making profit for a while, but they just declare 246 billion naira this year. Where has that profit be? Where has that declaration of profit? Where have they been since almost 10 years ago? So you see, I don't know. We people that are supposed to keep asking questions, we are not doing the norm. We are not doing the norm. We is not just criticizing, coming here to criticize. We can go to Abuja if we want. Let us protest. We want to know how our money is being spent. It's collective money. It's Commonwealth money. It's not anybody's money. It's not Mr. Buhari money. It's not Keyari money. It's not Mr. Shibajo's money. It's everybody's money. It's not all these ministers' money. It's everybody's money. So we need to know how our Commonwealth is being spent. But we just keep mum, and anything goes with us. We just take it. And we are the one facing the heat. We are the one all these things will backfire on. Because by the time they stop that subsidy now, the fuel price will hijack, because they are contemplating us. As I'm even next year, early next year now, you've not faced anything, no. By next year, fuel will jump to 200 naira. If you don't know, make you know now. All these haters, all these people talking politics, talking this one must come, that one, they are all bird of same feather. What me I want, let everybody, as it is now, I want a constitutional conference, a new constitutional conference, where we all sit down and discuss our way out. That is the only issue. Because the suffering should stop. The suffering should stop. Suffering should stop. How many times we have it, the Mr. Jonathan conference, which was supposed to be implemented at time. That is why I hate that regime, because you wasted money. You gave people for 4 million to come and talk. And for them to implement it, because as they implement it, to liberate the common man from all this slavery. So that is what I just want. Let us sit down. Let me, Kunle, have a say to see how my life can be controlled in this country or governed.
Ohaneze begs IPOB to suspend planned lockdown prior to the elections. There's a 7-day lockdown by IPOB.
Yeah, I have to beg IPOB too, because if you say you want Biafra. Biafra cannot come overnight. There has to be that doesn't mean there should be vacuum in governance. You know, Obiora is going. Obiora is going. Is it Obiano? Obiano is going any moment from now. Let there be leadership in place. We have competent people that have not corrupt Nigerians, corrupt politicians. Look at somebody like Obiora Okonkwo. That guy is a sound technocrat. He can bring his intellectual, capacity that he's using for a private sector into the governance. Please, you can't just rubbish everybody that there will be no election. They have their right to contest. Give the election a space. And what I expected the Anambranians to do now is back off PDP, back off APC, and look at Obiora, for God's sake. Give that guy a try. Obiora is a technocrat. He has set up a lot of business, employed a lot of people. He will be able to turn around Abia. I don't believe in any other candidate or all those people contesting in there, because all of them are tasted Nigerian wet or not. Is it Mr. Soludo I'm going to talk that was in charge of CBN that you still want to bring back to power? Please, that Obiora, give him a chance. Let there be election, so that as the Ipob agitation is going on, we know there's a leader on seat, so that there won't be a totally lose out. So we take choose to gamble now this time around. Election, then IPOB can be going on simultaneously, but let the election hold, please.
There's a demand that Nnamdi Kanu should be released.
But his case. When is the next adjourned case?
November 10th.
And when is the Anambra election? 4. No, 6. So I don't know. That election, that Mr. Nnamdi Kanu may be released anything after election, because it has to be during the court that will free him. And the court has, fixed the whole thing, or the court has fixed the date to that time. So another thing, the broom is flying around all Anambra. Broom is flying around now. Broom is Please deny any APC candidate from getting to that post in Anambra. I'm still saying I prefer Obiora, Okonko, PDP. What? You are still saying PDP. Obiora is Zell party, man. Zell party, Zenith party, Zenith LP. Don't tell me any PDP, don't tell me any APC. They are all jargons, please. They put us into this mess. You still have got to be saying PDP. Obiora, go for that guy. That guy is a technocrat, please. He's a technocrat. Make it cheap. Let's see. But he has done. He has worked. He has worked down for Anambra. I don't even want to know all those guys. So far, they are just chopping now. I don't want anyone. I dislike any whole politician that wants to still to come back because they put us into this mess. Once they come in, the jargons, the baggage of corruption will still follow them. Now, party, you know, now party government that is being run now. Party government. I don't want any one of them. Let's give a new guys space.
Let's take a look at Swagger, Southwest agenda.
I've not been carried along. I don't even know any Swagger that is existing as it is. I don't. Five
Southwest governors went to visit Tinubu yesterday.
5 Southwest governors that cannot put security into their states. Somebody like Oyo State governor, jailbreak happened. Somebody like Interior Minister, jailbreak is happening in his domain. He cannot prevent it. They cannot be proactive. They say one beating, twice shy. You've been hearing intelligence report that these people are migrating down to the your empire, and they started the King Dafodio war. The Fulani, this is started from that axis likewise. Or your Messi war, and the same thing is still happening. None of them is proactive to secure their states. The 6 states of the Southwest is Swagger they are looking at now. At the messes of we citizens. I don't even know any Swagger. I don't want to know Swagger because Swagger cannot put anything on my economy. Cannot put any positive thing in my economy. When you still talk of Swagger, it's same people that form that Swagger that will still form cartel government that will still be chopping among themselves. So I don't want to be involved in what I don't know and what I will not like.
So generally now, presidency, which party are you going for?
I'm looking for a fresh candidate. I'm looking and I'm searching seriously. I'm searching for a fresh candidate. Okay. Don't bring Obi for me. Don't bring Tinubu. Don't bring Atiku. Don't bring Bala Ahmed because I've been seeing their faces already. Don't bring all those guys.
What about
Oshibajo? Oshibajo. I can't really say about him for now because he's not a politician and he's not fully, he's a pastor. And Oshibajo will be too quiet for that seat. And we don't need a quiet person for that seat because Nigeria is rugged. Nigerians are rugged people. Nigerian politicians are rugged people. It takes somebody that will deal with them decisively. I would have preferred Irabo, Major General Irabo, to leave that post and, contest under civilian dispensation. We need a retired military, not like Mr. Buhari, because Mr. Buhari is not in action as we're talking now. He's not in action. He's not in action. We are not even seeing anything that is going on under this regime now. And with people that voted for him now are regretting, right? They are regretting. So that's just what I'm saying now. Finally. So I'm hearing you.
Final thoughts.
And my final thought is, the way I'm saying things, I have to say it constructively. Because he will know where the shoe is paining him. We Nigerians, I know my problem in Nigeria. And I know who can solve, I'm looking for who can solve my problem. The people have tested, right from 1999, they have not been able to lead me to a promised land. So the searches are started now. I'm looking for a vibrant Nigeria, uncorruptible Nigerian, or non-partisan Nigerian, because the problem of this country is partisan. Nepotism Nigerian, non-nepotic Nigerian that can take this Nigeria to the promised land. I don't want to care whether it's a neighbor man, whether it's a Yoruba man, whether it's all this north side. I don't want to care. Just let the guy sail us out of this trouble. Then, or let the guy organize the constitutional conference for us. Immediately, it's been sworn in. Then we now start a new path, Nigeria. Beginning, Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Mr. Kunle. Wonderful, Mr. Kunle.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, Mr. Charles.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Mr. Charles Ndibo.
Ndibo. Charles one of Mbise.
Anambra election. Ohaneze is begging IPOB, please rethink your 7-day sit at home.
They should rethink. You see, that is very good. Sometimes it's good when you know that you have offended somebody. They will just come to times and realizing the fact that maybe what you have done to somebody is not fair. And the only way you can say something to somebody is by saying, I'm sorry. Are you getting me? But I don't know. I am in Lagos. I don't know what is happening in Anambra here. We only call, people tell us what is going on, but we don't know what is going on. But I believe it's not late for the IPOP member to reconsider if they really want to do that. Are you getting me? It's not late for them to reconsider if they really want to. If that is what they want. If they really want to reconsider the 7-day sit at home, if they want to uplift it, fine. If they don't want to, I don't know. Because the injury has been inclined on the people of Anambra already. So definitely, what do you want? What do you need from them? They should release him. Once they release him, I think all this will be over. But as long as this man is under their custody, I don't think nothing on earth you will tell an average Igbo man and he will listen to you. Nothing on earth. As long as this man is still under the custody of DIS, this is a security stop of a thing. He's not nobody in the rightful sense of an Igbo man will agree to that. Definitely, he must have to be released until there will be a listening ear. But as long as this man is still under their net, forget about it. He's still on.
But he has a date on November 10th.
Yes,
with the court.
he has a
Why
date.
not wait till then?
Do you know that they just want to use the people of Anambra? They just want to use them. The election is on the 4th, right? So that the election will take place. Then once the election takes place, they will release that man again. Are you getting me? So definitely, what's the most important thing is, why not release him? If at all you must have released him, there must be a clamped, what we got a very straightforward negotiation between the IPOB members and the government. And they will know what to do. They will know how to channel things together. That is just it. But as long as this man is under their custody, no average Igbo man will pay a listening ear to you. That is just it.
Is it not going to affect the economy of...
My brother, can you remember what happened during the Biafra war? An Igbo man suffered. They suffered and they were paid dying. But an average Igbo man still survived. Do you know that Igbo man that is in the whole world, there's no place he will go? Somebody was telling me that if there is no state, no village you go in this country, in this part of the world, if he happens not to see an Igbo man run from that place, that is to tell you how hard working they are. I don't think it's going to affect anybody. It will never affect an Igbo man. The only people it will affect is those people that call them, those selfless people that call themselves the government people. That's the people that they think that there's some millions of billions of naira that is going to come into the account within that space of 7 days that's not going to come in. That is why they are fighting. That is their problem. As long as I'm concerned, this man will never, IPOP member will never relax until this man is being released. If not, any negotiation you are putting in place, you're just wasting your time.
Are you saying they should negotiate with Nnamdi Kanu or release? I want to understand.
Thank you very much.
Do they negotiate dialogue or release him?
Let me tell you, the federal government knows what they are doing. Do you know why? They find out that election will take place before this man will go to court. Why not allow this man to go to court before the election? So that the whole world, everybody will find out the final verdict from the court. So that you will know whether this man will be released or not. Now, they want these people to go into election. Once the election have taken place, either probably APC might have taken place in Anambra. That is their plan. APC, or I don't know. But why not release this man first so that other things will follow? But you are not doing it. You just want to go into election probably at a point. This man will go to court and they will tell you that this man, election has been postponed. The court case has been postponed again to January or thereabout. Because that's their plan.
Okay, FG blows 1.35 trillion naira on fuel subsidy this year alone.
It's not a surprise. I'm not even surprised. My brother, that is why I don't like listening to news. To be honest with you, I don't like listening to news because now and then you keep on hearing billions, millions upon billions of naira. Where is the money going to? You and I are not seeing it. Look at what just happened. That was a bill in the National House of Assembly that they are going to buy a net of about 200 million naira net. What do you mean by
$200 million?
dollar? My brother, do you know, to be honest with you, that money has been embezzled. They are just looking for means to channel that money into another process for them to tell you that the money was put in place just to buy nets. How many, my brother, we have so many problems which we'll be fighting for in this country. Not even, was it 2 days ago, you talk about in-era. Today again, you're talking about, what do we call it, nets. You and I know that even an average Nigerian is prone to mosquito. Mosquito can bite you. It's not even what you are fighting. It's not our problem. I'm hungry. You are hungry. There's no job. I keep on saying this, stand with that number. There's no job out there. The government knows, they should know what to do. They should keep on giving the youth the job. No job, no food. People are hungry. Do you know that you cannot even afford ordinary a pinch of beans now?
Are you saying a pint of beans, a pint of Gary?
No. Do you know that like 5 to 6 years ago, a pinch of, beans is just regarded as a poor man's food. But now you cannot afford ordinary a cup of beans in Nigeria. You cannot. Why? The price of things keep on going escalating. And these are things the government should be putting in place, not buying mosquito, not fuel subsidy. These are, my brother, that is why I don't listen to radio. That's why I told you. That's what I told you. Every day you keep on million. Where is the million going to? We don't know. Look at the way the masses are suffering. There's no job. I keep on saying there's no job. People are dying of hunger. A government whereby they prioritize the importance of every day you hear that this one is being killed. How many people were killed in Zamfara? How many people were killed in Plateau State yesterday? Is it the kind of, you know, when I was growing up 5 to 10 years ago, I keep on hearing people are dying in so many states. I only listening to that on radio. But to my goodness, I'm seeing that in my own vicinity now. Of which it's not supposed to be like that.
Finally.
Well, the government knows what to do. Like I used to say, they knows what to do. They know the needful. They should do the needful. They should do the right thing. They should come out with. You cannot keep on telling the whole world that what you want to mosquito net is not even the problem of our Nigerian masses. That $200 billion can be used for another thing. You can use it to create either company and other. Most of people that were not even employed will be gainfully employed. But you are not doing it at a point. You are telling me that this is the money you want to channel to mosquito. What do you mean by mosquito? How many people, even when you are talking about that mosquito, how many people will be even given that mosquito net once that thing is taking place? It's not possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Akunle.
Yeah, my reply to Victor Emeka, you haters. I don't hate Igbo. You are the people that hate Yoruba. And anywhere you are ashamed to you. Happy. You guys are there. You don't know what is going on here. 1 million naira, your 1 million naira cannot buy me. My conscience is there. So what I believe in for my children, I'm a father. When I wasted this chance for my father, for our children to have a better Nigeria, they will regret, they will blame me that what has their father done that brought us to this life. So you guys should think anywhere you are. Victor Emeka, put your thinking cap on. You don't have sense at all. Stop inciting Igbo against somebody here. We are telling you the truth. If you don't have brain, borrow your brain.
Thank you very much, Mr. Akunle. Good morning.
No one interests me one-on-one. As I really joke. Nobody will fight me one-on-one.
What the phone?
No one will fight me one-on-one. One-on-one. Don't make me crazy. Are you crazy?
Oh, DJ. I bet hold the phone. No. Sorry, this is what we experienced at the bus stop. Things are happening. Mr. David, let's come.
Chris,
There's a story this morning.
There's something I want to say and I want to ask, and the question is directly to you. Now, I received a call last night. Someone called with an unknown number.
That is yours.
With an unknown number.
Warn him. I'll cut it to sweetheart.
Someone called me with an unknown number. He said, "Am I David?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "You have been paid to come and blackmail the government, and that sooner or later they will come and arrest all of us." So I want to ask you guys, how covered are we here? Okay, what if tomorrow something happens to us? Are you Flip TV would not leave us to face the problem alone? Because I'm ready. That's why I still had the guts to come down here. I'm not scared of any government. I'm not scared of anybody. Whatsoever will happen, I hope Flip TV would always be on ground.
Okay, and if I will respond to what you are saying, there are two places you report cases to. Number one, you report to the media.
Okay.
Yeah, a politician doesn't want to be reported in the media.
Okay.
The government doesn't want to be reported in the media.
Okay.
And also the court of law.
Okay.
So if you have been arrested, it's an indictment.
Somebody is, I know.
That if it happens, it's an indictment on whoever does it. They have videos that they have spoken,
Yes,
and
the bus stop.
it will
What should
bring
we
you
have?
to the
I'll
limelight.
pick him because of law. I'll pick him.
Mr. Audide.
I'll pick him
Mr.
because of
Audide.
law.
So we are covered. We are in this together.
That's because I
We are in this together.
because I'm not scared, because literally where I've said times on this platform that while I was in school, the then governor of Akwa Ibom State arrested me. I was in prison for 2 months, so please don't fear me. So I'm not
We are
scared.
in this together.
I just want to know that once I got the backing of Flip TV,
No problem.
I'm not afraid.
And our viewers also. They are also with us also.
No problem. I'm not scared though. I'm not scared. If I'm scared, I would not come this morning.
I had been arrested
So
because of this journalist. I've been arrested. I was threatened to be. They threatened that they are going to kill me. But me, I'm not afraid. For the fact that I have the mind to come to the streets to do this. Not everyone will want to do this.
exactly. So that's what I just.
I'm looking at Mr. Adige. Drug addiction. NDLEA plans 6 rehab centers across Nigeria. What is happening? Is it as a result of frustration?
Okay, good morning to all our viewers and here Nigerians and in diaspora. My name is Samson David, one of the. And then what I really want to say on this is that it is not about planning to open a rehabilitation center. The truth of the matter is that most Nigerians are depressed. That is why you see majority of them consume alcohol. Majority of them take India M due to the fact that the country is in a total mess. Now, if you don't have any means of income, surely frustration will set in. And when frustration sets in, depression sets in. After depression, you want to take your life. Now, if the government know what is right, let them channel every effort to rebuild this country. And you see, the rate at which people are being depressed, it will drop drastically. And then you see, you will have people are frustrated. It will drop yesterday. Someone was telling me he wants to kill himself. Because what? He could not afford to eat. I had to give him 500 naira. Okay, fine, take. I have little money on me. Take this money and go and eat. The guy name is what? Igwe. The guy said he does not have where he lives. The guy said he's frustrated. He was telling me he wants to stab someone so that he can go back to jail. He was like, David, see, I want to look for someone's trouble, stab someone or whatever, kill anybody so that government can arrest me and take me to jail. He said what? He's tired. Setting up is not the major issue. The major issue is that all the lingering issues in this country should be addressed. Why Why do you think people take? Why do you think people take take what drugs? People take it just to fact the fact that they don't want to most times they don't want to listen what's happening in the
When you go
country.
to Ikodo, you go to Agege,
So you can see
you see
you see
different
so many
guys.
drug addicts because of the nature of the country. So those of us that don't want to resort to drug would always come here every day just to express our view, just to air out our grievances and then our annoyance against the government. In the country, fine, people take drug, but see, those that consuming should be what minimal. But in Nigeria, the number is on the very high side. It's on the very high side.
Mm.
So that is why. And then whose fault? So
Okay.
please let the government come to their aid and their rescue. Everyone is being involved. Depression is killing people every day. Frustration is killing Nigerians every day. The government should see into that.
Okay. And I also commend you people coming out to speak. You people are really trying. Having to come out here every day. It's not something that is.
I've told you my experience with the DSS officer. I actually went on my street. Actually, I told Mr. Matthew. He called me not last month. A DSS officer. He showed me his ID card. I was scared at first. I was like, anything will happen, I ain't gonna happen. And he said I should be careful. So still, I'm still not deterred. I will always come here to always say the truth. Let's go to the next question.
And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall
Just
set
set
you
it free.
free. Okay. FG blows 1.35 trillion naira on fuel subsidy this year to spend another 1.35 trillion before July next year.
Mr. Christian Chukwu, I am see every day I wake up, I feel sad. I feel like crying for this one. I weep for this country. Every day, what Nigerian gets, all the news we get is if it's not killing, embezzlement, corruption, every now and then. There is no program that wants to liberate us from this hardship. There's no program that I want to plug that want to take Nigeria away from this problem. This same government, Buhari government, called fuel subsidy a scam. Under the Nathan government, he said fuel subsidy was a scam. He said see, if he's been elected into office, there will be nothing like fuel subsidy. But Buhari came on board now. He's still paying more of this fuel subsidy. Something you call scam. I see, Mr. President, I am tired. I'm fed up of every day. We are coming every Nigerian come out here just to discuss the same problem,
And there's no change.
and there's no change, and nothing has been done. Now, the only me and you benefit from this government is just this fuel subsidy, because the landing price of this fuel, if government should put the landing price on our head, the cost price, that means now fuel now that means that the price of premium price petrol will skyrocket to like 300, and you know the what implication if today fuel is being sold sold by what by 250 or 200, there will be what inflation, massive excess inflation, because now everything we do here in Nigeria is being tied to fuel. Those that goes to market to buy goods, board motor, use board motor, and then again see now everything we do is being tied down to this petroleum price. So please let the government, I don't know, even if at their own cost, let them maintain this fuel subsidy, because if tomorrow government comes out and say no more fuel subsidy, it will still border to me and you. We will feel the what economic hardship. So whatever Buhari want to use to service this fuel subsidy, it should service it. At least he has been paying bandits. At least he has been paying ransom to the Boko Haram. So whatever, now this is the only way me and you benefit from government. So let them not stop paying it. Let them not stop paying it. At least previous government has been paying it. So Buhari should keep on paying fuel subsidy, because now there's hardship in the land. Now if he should remove fuel subsidy again, Mr. Mike, Mr. Akzetuku, that one double aship. Double aship. Now, how much is a liter of fuel? How much is the fuel? 165 now. And now imagine the government wants to remove subsidy now. How much do you think fuel will be sold? How much do you think marketers would independent marketers will sell fuel? Close to like 300 now. So now how much do you think you will board bus from here to Beggar? That means now if fuel is being sold at 300 now per liter now, from here to what? Ikeja will be like 250, 300 at the expense of the masses. Why should you think straight? Why is he coming out to tell us? Howsoever you want to salvage this country, let him not move this fuel subsidy, because that is the only way we the masses are getting hope from the government. If tomorrow there's no fuel subsidies, that means that what's in Nigeria would crash. Nigeria will crash because now employers would not increase salary. So at the expense of the masses, and you can see our economy is very, very, very fragile. So see, the president should tread with caution. He should tread with caution. So he should not even remove the subsidy at this time. It's a very trying time for Nigeria and for Nigerians. So let the president tread with caution. Whosoever is advising him to do this, that person does not mean well for Nigeria, because the president does not buy fuel, and then so majority of the ministers and co, those in power, those in government, those in corridors of power, does not purchase fuel, so they don't know what we are facing in the country. So please, I want to appeal to them. I want to appeal to the Minister of Petroleum, to the DG of NNPC, Kelai Malari. I want to appeal to the Minister of Petroleum in person of Buhari, because he double as the president and then again still the Minister of Petroleum. He should borrow himself sense. This is not the time for him to remove fuel subsidy. He knows the implication. He won't kill us for this country. How many times has he increased fuel under a standard? Just like 4 times. And now he wants to Kukuma bury us. Now this one is massive barrier. He want to kill us totally, because now if he should remove this fuel subsidy now, what is the hope? What is the hope of a common man on the streets now buying fuel for 300 per liter? So what is now the function of government? What's the function of government? Is it just to loot alone?
Okay. Okay. Then let's go to another topic. In-Naira wallet no longer on Google Play Store as CBN warns of fake social media.
Mr. I think the day it came up with
CBN apologizes for difficulty in app downloads.
I don't want to talk about that because it has nothing to do with me. Let's talk about the pressing issue.
$200 million mosquito net loan request not from us.
Who said so?
I think, let me read the story. They call themselves.
It was the Ministry of Health.
Not is a part.
No, it was one of
Primary Health Development Agency has said the request for a $200 million loan for the importation of local production of mosquito nets in the country did not emanate from the agency.
It was the Ministry of Health that actually included that in 2022 budget. It was the Ministry of Health, and now I want to appeal to the Senate not to grant that request. $200 million just for mosquito nets. Who mosquito they bite? Now me, I've been at them. Every now and then, mosquito beats me. Majority of them there as soundproof them. For like 2 days now, there is no power in my house. Every day, mosquito beats me. And now this same government wants to borrow money on my behalf just to purchase mosquito nets. It's a very good idea, but the truth of the matter is that would they purchase the mosquito nets as a claim, or the money would be siphoned? That is it. Every government officer wants as is diversity means just to siphon money. Everyone is just looking means just siphon money. That amount of money is too much. Why 200 million just to watch mosquito net? Now, do you think this program will get to the target people? It will not get to the target people now. Or let's say like 150 million will be siphoned, and then let's say and then purchase mosquito net of like 200 million. Just to make money. Every government official is trying to make money on that government at the expense of the masses. Imagine the country we are. I want to appeal to the Senate that loan should not be granted. That loan should not be granted. We have more pressing issues to use money for. Look at the nation. Since yesterday, no light. I just sleep under it. I sleep on no generator, no fan. Now mosquito is now biting me. You are now requesting Senate just to grant you loan so that you can siphon money to your private pocket.
For $1 million.
That's too much. That amount of money is just too much. I think it is time for this country we should organize. Mr. President, I swear, it's becoming too much. Every now and then you hear killing, every now and you hear corruption. If this one does not take money, this one will kill every day. And nothing has been done to it. Nothing has been done to it. Minister of Health now want to see money again. Because this one now, if the money is being approved now, it is Minister of Health that will get this money now. Can the Minister of Health can he purchase this money? Sorry, can he purchase this thing? No. You want to siphon money on his own part again. See, I don't know who will come and rescue us in this country. Yeah, I don't know. And see, it is becoming so unbearable. Nigerians can no longer bear it anymore. If you come out to speak out, DSS would threaten you. Police will threaten you. I mean threaten you. Oppression every day. You see people committing suicide every now and then, and the government is not even looking for a way to even cushion this effect of this hardship. Now the government wants to stop subsidy, remove subsidy. If government remove subsidy, my brother, wait till a minute again. Inflation will be on a very high side. Nigeria is seeing just small percentage of this inflation now. If tomorrow the government now stops subsidy, my brother, yeah, you know go there again.
Okay, let's look at government key 13 in Zamfara. Kogi, 8 abducted in Ekiti State on ending insecurity.
On ending insecurity. Insecurity has become the order of the day. On ending insecurity. And when the president came on board, he said 6 months. He said 6 months. He said 6 months, Boko Haram would be something of the past. And now, the same Boko Haram has now migrated to Fulani herdsmen. Now, we have 3 terrorists. Yeah, Nigeria. Before, it was just one. Only Boko Haram. But now, we have bandits. Now, we have Fulani herdsmen. You see how those people have now migrated. Now, there are now 3 factions. And now, you have Al-Qaeda. Also Nigeria. ISIS in Nigeria. Only one country, ISWAP in Nigeria. Only one country. About like 6 terrorist organization, faction or group. Just because the government of the day is pampering them. The government of the day is giving them ransom. Do you see the story? A bandit was being absorbed into custom. A bandit was
an allegation.
It's not an allegation. Do you think government will come out and tell you it is true? It's not an allegation.
An allegation. We are not saying it's a lie. Allegation remains an allegation. But you have not made your investigation.
Let me tell you something. But see, Mr. Kusachuku, in every element, in every rumor, there is always an element of truth. In every rumor, there is always an element of truth. Now, are you saying that when the government absorbed the repented Boko Haram into army, was also allegation? Was also true? When the government were paying ransom to the Fulani herdsmen, was also an allegation? These are truths, facts. These are facts. Me and you, me have been on streets here looking for custom job now. A bandit has been absorbed into the system. Okay, because I know the full animal. That is the truth of the matter. Because he claimed to be a repentant bandit. Now the government needs to absorb him into Nigerian custom. And the same custom Nigerians, people who are graduates, those who are even willing to serve the federal land, are just looking for a way just to get such offers. But now nothing is forthcoming. You see them because we're not from the north. That is it. Look at every day killing here, and there. I heard what Mr. Kule said. He said the governor went to meet Tinubu. Every governor that went to meet Tinubu, they are on their own. I doubt if there'll be election. My brother, Nigeria is now in Nigeria heading towards anarchy. Look at Anambra now. I don't think election will hold in Anambra. Yes, because now it is on the failure of the government. Look at now, they're not begging IPOB just for election to hold. Look at now. Martin Kalu has now become so what influential within the southeast region. Government is now looking for a way just to dialogue with him. Because of their failure. If government has done the needful, someone like Kanu will not rise up. Someone like Igbo will not rise up. If you've done what you have to do at the right time. Look at now. Everybody, all the elder statesmen, all the politicians in the east are now running outer scatter just to reconcile with Mazina Mikalu so that see election can hold. Even Buhari now is United for the first time. 3 deputy commissioner of police has been deployed to Anambra for the first time. How many soldiers have been deployed to just Anambra just because of what one state election, one state? You can see now something the government needs to know is that Mazina Mikalu is no longer a pushover. He's on ground. That is it. That is how. Who is a leader? A leader is someone that has influence over his followers. Mercy can say today nobody should go out and people would obey them. And even when government tell them now go out, people would not listen to the government now. And Anambra State now has now been forced to students are now going to school on Saturdays. Because of
Monday. What is happening?
Because of Monday, everybody will start home. In solidarity with what Mazina Mikalu. Whose fault? It is the failure of the government. Nobody is to be blamed. I don't blame Mazina Mikalu. I don't blame Sonego. Because if things were going well, if the government had done the needful, nothing like this will happen. Now, you want to conduct election now, you are scared. You are scared. Look at Nigerians now. Everybody just don't behave like man. Look at it. Everybody is now mad in the country. Look at a grown-up man pulling off his shirt just to fight. Look at everybody. See, this country, no bearding.
Man with children.
Everybody don't get bearding again. Let's see. The economy of this country can drive you mad. Economy of this country can drive you mad.
Final thoughts, Mr. David. You have spoken.
Mr. Christian Chukwu, I want to thank your organization for the platform given to us. But one thing I want to say, whosoever that called me yesterday, I am not deterred. I am not scared. Not be today I don't go prison. I don't go prison for like 2 months. I come back. So even if Buhari wants to come and arrest us here, let him come and arrest us. I know that whatsoever that see, what does not kill one will surely make you stronger. Thank you for having me, Mr.
There's a prize for freedom. There's a prize to speak the truth. There's a prize to say your mind in Nigeria. So whatever it is, we are ready to face Mr. Raphael.
That's true.
Good morning, Mr. Raphael. Mr. Raphael, Transvent.
Yeah, Transvent is here, and I want to add more to what my brother said, Davidson. You, that anonymous caller yesterday that threatened Davidson, I have an information to you, very good message to you. Whoever you think you are, please come. We are here. We are not running away from everybody. We are trying to sensitize Nigerian diaspora Nigerians, what is going on here politically and otherwise. That's why we are here to express ourselves. And there is no offense in that. We are trying to sensitize everybody politically what is happening in Nigeria, we do not offend anybody. If I see a bird that quacks, that same bird still behaves like a dog, how do you expect me not to call that bird a dog? Truth is always bitter. Truth is always bitter. Conscience is an open wound, and it's only the truth heals it.
Okay, rethink 7 days sit at home. Ohaneze Beckons Ipob.
Yes, this is the time they are stepping up. They have seen the handwriting on the walls, even the airs, the winds. I mean the rivers, the streams, everything geographically in that southeastern Nigeria is telling everybody that its time is up. Their time is up. Nigerian time is up for the every Easterners. Nigerian time is up for the Igbo. This time around, we are tired of bad governance. We are tired of gross inequality. We are tired of political imbalances. We are tired of servitude and slavery. We are tired of oppression and suppression of the Fulani oligarchy or the Fulani pastoralism. We are tired of that. This time around, it is written on the forehead of every Easterners that we are no longer belong here. Why? Because of the kind of treatment this current administration is giving to every Nigerian, both Yoruba, Igbo, Ejo, Hausa, Nukwe, Bari. Everybody is cut across. Everybody is involved. So this, let me tell you, sit at home 7 days. It has come to stay. Now you will see how influential is Nnamdi Kanu. Every man is trying to solidarize with that young man because he is doing the right thing. That is what makes a good leader. That's what makes a good leadership. Even Nnamdi Kanu could be a bad man. I'm telling you, without charisma, he's not going to go far. But you can see he's a charismatic leader. He has the charisma. Everybody is having the gentleman, the young man in the mind. Why are they keeping him in confinement in the DSS facilities there? Is it right? Is it good? Does it spell justice or injustice? Does it spell hate or love? Does it spell aggressiveness or animosity? Let me tell you, it does. Nnamdi Kanu is supposed to be out. Those people that are oppressing and treating him bad are the ones that are supposed to be in confinement, not Nnamdi Kanu. Sit at home has come to be. M-U-S-T, must. Nothing is going to change that. I called my friend, my friend from Onitsha. He called me, classmate from class 1 to class 6. He said, Raf, how is Lagos? I said, fine. He said, everybody is just boisterous, noisy. I said, yes, because it's the commercial nerve city, we have in Nigeria. He said, no. I said, but the commercial nerve city in the southeast, why is everywhere as silent as graveyard? He said, no, we are solidarizing with Nnamdi Kanu, even though he did not want us to sit at home because of the impact it is having on Anambra, Ndibo, or Southeast economy. I said, what? He said, no, He said, no. But they said, yes. Look at the sentiment. Look at the emotion there. They are having emotion. They are being emotionally for that young man. So they sit at home is an emotional tactics. It's an emotional tactics used by the Easterners to solidarize with their loved one that is languishing in DSS dungeon. Now, underground. Just imagine, the owner of the biggest American law firm, number 2nd, Bruce Fay, came to Nigeria in favor to solicit for the gentleman. Federal government of Buhari, federal government of armed robbery, federal government of herdsmen terrorism. They locked this lawyer out. They voted him out, that he won't see him. They humiliated him. That's why a group of lawyers working under him in America, they came out and said, that man, they should go and tell him that he should be very, very careful. A warning to Mr. General Buhari, that he should be very, very careful. Let me tell you, there are something people don't know about life. There are many of my brothers in this country. They think when you are in government, when you are in the federal level, you are almighty. Oga, it is a lie. ECOWAS is bigger than Federal Republic of Nigeria. AU is bigger than Federal Republic of Nigeria. Is even bigger than ECOWAS. United Nations is bigger than both AU and ECOWAS. Are you listening to me? Buhari will have no reason to perpetrate all this crime. And at the end of the day, he will go scot-free. It is impossible. There are watchdogs in the world. There is a watchdog in the world now, United Nations, inaugurated in 1945 after the Second World War, to take over the affair of the world. Security-wise, are you listening to me? When you rubbish people's fundamental what? Rights. They are coming after you. Many people were killed and maimed in the northern Nigeria, killed and maimed in the southwestern Nigeria, and something in the mid-belt, southeast as well. Somebody is going to ask them someday. Malami is not going to go free. I'm telling you, as an attorney general, classroom attorney general, that perpetrates all manner of evil, even verbally, I'm telling you, he's not going to go free. We must test him. We must take his attitude. We want to know the qualification he has that makes him or gives him the right to be at that position, where he's rubbishing everybody in Nigeria, thinking that he is God. Certainly, Malami is playing God. Where is playing God? All of them in APC government, they are playing God. But somebody is going to ask them someday. I'm telling you, sit at home in the southeastern Nigeria is a must. Just in solidarity to Mazi MNK.
Federal government blows 1.35 trillion naira on fuel subsidy this year. Another 1.35 trillion before July.
Thank you so much. With impunity, who will ask them? Nobody will ask them. I want you to regurgitate back what happened in 2011 when Buhari, Jonathan regime suggested this removal of oil subsidy. I don't know whether I understand. Okonjo while I was there that time. What was the result? What did Adamo Chomole do? What did he do? What did Buhari? What did the Olufalana? All of them. All of them. What have they done then? They castigated Jonathan regime over this oil subsidy removal. Are you listening to me? They said he has come to kill us. This is the worst government ever. Before you know it, they took to Ojota Park, Ndubisi Kanu Park, Alausa. They called Jonathan all manner of names. This Dondi, this incompetent president, he said, removal of all this, I can assure you, if I be there, I can assure you, pump price will be 20 naira. Pump price will be reduced to 20 naira. Does he know the meaning of removal of oil subsidy? Exporting crude oil, refine it over there, and bring it back to Nigeria and collect money from Nigeria. Those oil marketers, they are making a hell of money. See, they are singing another tune, the same tune now that Jonathan sang in 2011. They nearly killed him. Removal of oil subsidy. And you see how much we have spent on oil because of subsidy at the space of how many months have years? 1.35 trillion. Jesus Christ is the Lord. They are talking about trillion, not million. No. You know how much? Do you know how many figure? Are you trying to tell me that they are right in this figure? You know how many money they may have stolen from this figure? How many money they may have stolen, siphoned, embezzled from this figure? And nobody is asking them why and the how. Because what? They think they are God. Eventually, they are playing God to Nigerians. Are you listening to me? People that are doing us anyhow because of their position in life, people that are ruling us anyhow because of their position in life, I would like them to remember that there is repercussion for every offense committed by any man on earth, physically or spiritually. Are you listening to me? Malami is there now running his mouth. Lai Mohammed is there lying incessantly, always, periodically. He's telling lies. Lie, 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 lie. Everything that comes out from this man, Lai Mohammed, is lie. Lies, lies, which was why Buhari last week, when they were trying in Nnamdi Kanu, he asked him, Mohammed, come. Are you sure we are not making mistake about this boy? Over this boy issue, are you sure federal government is not getting it wrong? I'm telling you, it's leaked. I'm just giving you an intel, but they are making serious mistake over this guy's issue.
Okay, bad roads. Nigeria Labour Congress President block Lagos Abeokuta Expressway.
That's good. Don't finish it up. Let me tell you. Fetola is Minister of what? Work, I think. And is coming out with a quotation that is going to spend 621.2 billion naira.
No, NNBC plans to spend 621.2
Thank you. Through Fetola as Minister of Work. Yes. Fetola will oversee that project because he's the Minister of Work. And look at, let me tell you, that money he's quoting here is a nice sum. Listen, it is a serious mistake that since Obasanjo regime, after Obasanjo was there, he left there Yaradua. Yaradua left there due to death anyway. I'm not blaming Yaradua at all. Jonathan left there. The same Lagos Abeokuta road, which is Agege Motor Road. Are you sure? Are you not aware? From Lagos Island to Ifo, Sango, Ifo, Abeokuta is
Across Oshodi.
over across Oshodi. Thank you. That is the major road that link Lagos to the rest of the southwestern states. It's rotten. It's stinking. See, you shall show them the picture on the paper. That place has turned to River Niger. There's nothing indicating that Abeokuta Lagos Express is road. It has degenerated. It has deteriorated. In fact, it stinks. As I'm talking to you now, you won't ever in your life suspect that road to be a federal road. From Lagos to Abeokuta. Let me tell you, if you see Lagos Abeokuta road, that Agegemoto road, do you know where it ends? Cotonou. On the axis of Sango, Iduroko, Ato, you get to the border post between Cotonou and Nigeria, Egolo. In Iduroko, that road you see is an international road. But I want to see the level of impunity, level of injustice in this kind of government. They don't know. Now they are budgeting only 621. Let me tell you. Anyway, maybe Agegemoto Road, Lagos Abeokuta Express that links from Sangota to Iduroko. Maybe they are going to share the larger chunk of that quotation, that amount. Because I know that, man, they need work there. If you look at this road we are talking about, I'm telling you that it has spoiled to the level of irreparable. It is not. See, if you tell me that, if you are telling me that they included Lagos Abeokuta Express with that kind of amount quoted by Fachola, I won't believe you. Okay, I won't believe you. The kind of road, the kind of quality materials used on that road before, my brother, I don't think it's gonna all go well with that kind of quotation they are giving. Okay, because they need to do it up to the required level. I'm telling you, Christian, that amount quoted is too small. I'm telling you. You need. I know. Have you gone to Sangot?
I've gone to Sangot.
Okay, Sangot. You see the level of damages from Sangot to Ifo, from Ifo to Abeokuta. Then you come back to Sand again. Branch your left to Iduroko Road, Iduroko border. Ogana, the same road though. It is an international road link between Cotonou and Nigeria. It has degenerated to zero. That amount is too small.
Okay, finally, let's talk about Anambra election.
Anambra election has come to stay. Let me tell you. What our own stance is that if the needful is not done, there will be no election in Anambra State. What do I mean by the needful being done? Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should come out from detention. We can't have our son, our brother there, our leader in the dungeon, in the prison, and we are voting for who? We are voting for which animal? Who is the animal that want to govern Anambra State? We are going to we'll be casting vote. Nnamdi Kanu will be what? At the DSS facility, down. A lion down in the jungle. While all these thieves are trying to lure us out again to vote for them. Do you know how they operate in Nigeria? Even in Southeast. If they want to elect them or cast vote for them, they will be visiting all churches. Visiting every community. Visiting every royal chiefs, paramount rulers, leaders. Are you listening to me? Being orators as they are, they will be promising them all manner of things, talking jargons. When immediately they win the election, you won't see them again. For you to set your eyes on them, you know the protocols you will go through before you can see the so-called Mbweke idiot, Okonkwo Okoli, that lured you to vote for him. You can't see them anymore. Now they are canvassing for their election. They want to be elected to all those kind exalted nonsense positions of the governors, of the reps, senators. They are now canvassing, going, luring clerics, all those pastors and the reverend fathers. They are visiting their churches now. You see, let me tell you, Omahe and the Ugwuanyi, governor of Ebonyi State and the Enugu State, respectively. You understand? They went to adoration camp the other day.
Adoration ground.
Thank you, adoration ground by Mbaka managed by Mbaka. Thank you, Father Mbaka. You know what happened? They gave Mbaka money. You know, so whatever you do in the Southeast now, the intel, the report, the information must get to us. Every Onyibo, both traders, both the ones at the office positions, are you listening to me? Both journalists, the intel is coming. It must come. They gave Mbaka solid money. After seeing Mbaka, Umai and Ugwuanyi, everybody on the adoration ground were surprised. What brings about this August visit or whatever you call it, unexpected visitation from the two governors. They went there and gave him money. Do you know what God reveals? Do you know what Intel revealed? They are coming after Mbaka to kill him. Mbaka is a man they want to assassinate in Igbo land now because of the influence, because of Mbaka's influence, because of Mbaka's popularity. They are using Mbaka as a tool. Do you understand? To achieve their what? Selfish purpose before. But this time around, it isn't like that anymore.
Okay,
so let me tell you, that Intel has been briefing us for how many days now that they're about to kill Mbaka, Father Mbaka. And it's not going to work for two of them. Look at them. They are visiting adoration ground with money to buy Mbaka. That is how they do it. Anytime there is election, and they're going to canvass Anambra election, they want the man to hint it to the worshippers so that everybody will come down and go and vote nonsense votes in Anambra. That is their modus operandi. That's how they operate. Umahi, what does he gain? Ugwai, what is your profit if you kill that man of God? Do you gain anything? Let me tell you, Nigeria, let me tell you, Southeastern politicians, they are very wicked. These Igbo politicians, they are too wicked. I'm telling you, they will commit all manner of atrocities and they will carry the whole allegation on top of IPOB. Dora Akuili's husband was shot. How do you think an Igbo man could have committed that crime? IPOB. It is what? A common scheme or scheming by federal government of Nigeria to spoil the name of IPOB so that they will tag them a terrorist organization. Dr. Chika Akuili was killed by DSS, government, federal FG forces, their agents. It wasn't handwork of IPOB. IPOB has no guns. IPOB doesn't carry gun. Everybody know that. IPOB, they are separatists. They agitate for what? Self-determination. Are you listening to me? They are not responsible for all the killings going on across the southeastern Nigeria. Federal government of Nigeria are, and the southeastern politicians, they are the ones responsible for that. I'm telling you. Thank you, Christian.
Mister. Yeah, there's a link that's been pasted on the live chat. Please click that link and be part of the program today so that we can get your opinion of the issues we have this morning. Good morning, Mr. Matthew.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Somebody is saying that, like it or not, Anambra election will go on with Kanu or not.
Okay, personally, I think I have a serious concern. My concern, because for me, I believe that life is sacrosanct. To that extent, it should not be wasted when it's avoidable. Then again, looking at the current scenario, I think the government, by our standard, who is supposed to be the father of the people, should look at a way to address this issue in order to minimize colossal damage. Because any life loss cannot be regained. A human, we do not have what it takes to create life or to cause anyone that have died back to life, except in the grace of God, the mercy of God decides to do it. Bible said, I think what is paramount at this point is you cannot deny the fact that the people of the southeastern part of the country listens to IPOB. They have demonstrated it, not one, not twice. So to that extent, it will be foolishness to assume that the people will not comply with that lockdown or sit at home, as the case may be, that is being proposed in the event that the country is not released on or before 4th of next month. Then again, looking at it from the government angle, I think the right thing to do is to find a way to minimize waste of life. I say in particular because if you look at every instance where the government needs to enforce an order, that is, yes, when the government needs to enforce an order contrary to IPOB's order, it always leads to unnecessary loss of life. And in this case, I pray we do not witness monumental waste of life, because Nigerian police, from the way I can understand now, is deploying, the number of policemen is too much. And if the people are not, and judging by the antecedent of Nigerian police in terms of violation of human rights, extrajudicial killing, torture, and all that, only God knows how the situation will be salvaged. But I'm of the opinion that as government, I'm talking in terms of Nigerian government now, I'm of the opinion that the government should, if it is possible, they should allow the man come out and address the people.
Okay.
Because you cannot wish it away. The people they believe more in Nnamdi Kanu than the government. That is why, even recently, IPOB ordered banks, schools to remove Nigerian flag in their premises. Even the Nigerian government gave a counter order. But the problem is, with the Nigerian government have what it takes to protect them. So on that basis, I think they all complied. So if you look at the current scenario, I read this morning so many core members that were interviewed. Almost 95% of them said they are not participating in the ad hoc service in that election. Because most of them, either their parents have warned them, or some of them are aware of the situation, haven't witnessed what have been transpiring in that region. So for me, it is a thing of concern. And I'm still pondering on the best way out of that quagmire. I think the only way is for the government to allow Nnamdi Kanu come and address the people. Because if in the event that people do not come out to vote, certainly it will lead to political crisis. Because the man who is in office have a period where eternal will elapse. And you are looking at, you needed to conduct the election, which is the time frame. But I know INEC I still have another window whether to shift it or not. But even if you shift it, will IPOB shift ground on their demand to have an Nnamdi Kanu release before that election? And again, the government is looking at it as that it will look as if they are weak if they release him. But I think a carrot and stick approach is better. Most especially as Nigerian government have not been able to prove to the world that they follow due process in the process of arresting and extraditing Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. When we look at the letter that was written by UN to Nigerian and Kenyan government, they are seeking for about 2 or 3 things. That one, the Nigerian government should respond to allegation of torture against Nnamdi Kanu. And secondly, that they should explain the circumstances surrounding the arrest and possibly extradition of Nnamdi Kanu either from Kenya to Nigeria, whether he was forcefully taken to Nigeria or whether it was with consent. Then again, they want Nigerian government to explain or to produce an international warrant of arrest that gave them the right to arrest him in the first place. So all this, I know Nigerian government want to use diplomacy and politics to resolve it. But all these are questions yet unanswered. So if Nigerian government have not come clean on all these issues, so I think the right thing to do is to allow him address the people. If there's a way they can manage the situation for him to address the people, I think it will save us unnecessary waste of life. Because for me, it doesn't make any sense to waste life.
FG blows 1.35 trillion naira on fuel subsidy this year. I believe it is expected.
What is expected? How can you tell me that a government that do not believe that there's anything subsidy in the first place? Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari never believed that subsidy existed. Before he became the president, he saw subsidy as a scam. So how come he is now spending 8.something billion every day to subsidize the same PMS? I think something is fundamentally wrong. Because at the time we had Obasanjo, we had Yaradua, we had Jonathan, and other government before this government, you have independent marketers who import, who in turn go back to NNPC to collect the differential in terms of subsidy. But the scenario we have is NNPC is the one importing, is the one claiming to have subsidized. Nobody is checking. Who is checking who? They say power corrupt and absolute power corrupt. Absolutely. The way it stands, NNPC is exercising absolute power. So there's every tendency for them to be corrupted. Absolutely. So for me, I think I have a feeling that there's a monumental level of corruption going on in that subsidy regime. But especially where as we speak, you are spending 8.something billion on subsidy. And there's high level of borrowing. Have you not read yesterday that even the Senate committee, House committee on local and foreign loan have asked federal government, is almost turning down the request of federal government to borrow about 700 million for water projects. You have all this money being expended on subsidy, which we do not even know. There's no transparency, and you are borrowing. You are thinking of borrowing 700 million for water project. Which water project? And as we speak, there's another water project of 450 million US dollar being financed by African Development Bank, currently going on in Nigeria. There's another one of 6 million US dollar being financed by the same African Development Bank, currently going on in Nigeria. So why are you now proposing to borrow another 700 million US dollar for the same water project? That is why the House Committee asked them to come and explain the nitty-gritty, everything that has to do with that, how they want to spend that money, and whether the project that will consume that money is evenly distributed across board, going by federal character as a strength in the Nigerian Constitution. As we speak, Minister of Health in this current budget proposal is proposing about 200 million naira to be used to buy mosquito nets. All these are areas where they embezzle money. Which mosquito nets are you buying? Have you seen anywhere Nigerian government is distributing mosquito net to anybody in this country? And you are proposing to borrow 200 to spend 200 million naira, dollar, on mosquito nets. And this money you want to borrow it. So it is one reason where you see government borrowing and people are looting it. That's why I say that all these crop of politicians, they will not escape. They must render stewardship. They must give account of all this money that is being borrowed that we are not seeing results.
Okay.
You are talking about 33 trillion naira being expended on
1.35 trillion.
Okay, 1.35 trillion naira being expended on fuel subsidy. And NNPC is the sole importer of PMS. They are the one paying subsidy. At the point they refuse to accept that there's any subsidy anyway, they call it under recovery. But whichever nomenclature you give it, whichever name you give it, the important thing is that you are paying the difference between the landing cost and what people are buying at the pump price. And what you are paying, that difference, how transparent is it? Who is checking that somebody somewhere is not cheating on the country? So it's a worrisome situation.
Let's look at e-Naira. E-Naira, CBN apologizes for difficulty in app downloads.
I even read another report where they said the app disappeared from Play Store.
Yeah.
But I think, because I read another story again, where CBN is saying that in terms of any fraudulent activity, maybe in terms of damages, that people should not hold them responsible. But I think CBN have a responsibility to make sure that the process is free from, to an extent, free from the frauding Nigerians. Because I can understand from the word go, they said it's going to be blockchain technology. It's going to run on blockchain technology. And blockchain technology has been proven to have efficiency in terms of preventing people from hacking and compromising. So I don't know what is happening, whether fraudsters have been smarter than CBN. But what I can advise is let them put their house in order. Let them make sure that all the fundamentals that needed to be put in place are in place before they commence. Because nobody will be happy after being patriotic to sign on to the policy. At the end of the day, it's at the receiving end of fraudsters. And the CBN is already absorbing themselves of culpability and saying that they should not be held responsible.
Okay, lastly, let's look at Federal Executive Council gives NNPC nod to fix 21 federal roads at 621 billion.
They give
NNPC gives Federal Executive Council gives NNPC nod to fix 21 federal roads.
I think there's something fundamentally wrong I think there's something fundamentally wrong with Nigeria. The same NNPC we are questioning how a subsidy regime is being managed. Want to finance road projects with 621.2 billion naira. Is that their mandate? I think the Ministry of Works has the responsibility to fix road, to build road.
No, it will be supervised.
No, what I'm saying is this. NNPC is a revenue generating agency of government.
Yeah.
And we have TSC. Apart from your running costs that is allowed by law for you to retain, every other money that accrues to NNPC should be paid into single treasury account. The government have their budget. And then, Ministry of Works will present their budgets. And they will finance road infrastructure. NNPC should stay on their road. How can NNPC be? It tells you that they are having fund more than what they're supposed to retain. Because since they are tinkering on building road to the tune of 600 and something billion naira, it implies that they are keeping money that ordinarily is not supposed to be in their coffer. It's part of what we are saying, questioning the subsidy regime. What they need to do is they have no business keeping any money beyond their running costs. Once they remove their running costs, the remaining should be paid into single treasury accounts from where federal government do their budgets and expend. Not that NNPC, are they for their Christmas? Whose money do they want to use in building it? Do they, the group managing director of NNPC, did he sell his father's land
They
to
were
come and to
given
bring
not
the
by
money?
Federal Executive Council.
What I'm saying is the whole process is wrong. Why do they? What is road building their mandate? It's not a mandate. Like Niger Delta Development Commission. I can understand that it's an intervention agency. They can build roads. They can build infrastructure. But again, we are seeing instances where governors in the region have queried how the manner they go about building infrastructure. Because you have a situation where a government in place, in River, in Delta, in Akwa Ibom, in Cross River, is already building a road. And the DDC will go and reward that same road. There's no synergy. So why should NNPC want to usurp the responsibility of Ministry of Water Housing? Are they telling us that Fashola is not competent to handle that ministry, or the ministry doesn't have what it takes to handle road infrastructure? For me, it's a misnomer.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Matthew. Yeah, we have finally come to the end of Bystanders at the Newsstand this morning. I would like to say that power belongs to the people, and the people give their power to the government. So whatever happens in Anambra State, let the government dialogue with the people so that there will be peace in Anambra State. Thank you for your comment, Jarek, Tao, Odulade, and everyone that have spoken. Pinchas, Badu, Kelvin, Jacob D, as many that have spoken this morning. Thank you very much for supporting us. Thank you for being part of the program this morning. I am Christian Chuku. On this other edition of Bystanders and Newsstand, a big thank you to the man behind the camera, Mr. Femi Davis. Thank you very much. Mr. Efai is here, Mr. Sodiq, Mr. Shegun is here, that are supporting us this morning. Bye for now. This tomorrow will be by God's grace. I am Christian Chuku. Bye for now.